Alireza versus Caruana is looking a lot more interesting. I don't think the other game is going to end in anything but a draw, Yaz. Can we call that?
Absolutely.
We're going to say that one is going to be probably a draw. We'll keep an eye on it, but let us really pay attention to this game between Alireza and Caruana, as he is in third place. Alireza with a draw, looking very likely in the top matchup. This one means he could bridge the gap if he wins. If he wins, he could close in just a little bit and stay within a fighting chance of being able to win the whole thing himself. But so far, so amazing for the youngster.
I'm looking at this quiet position, as we would say, the Joko piano, and this last move by White, this bishop to c2, looks like a strange move. You're giving Black the opportunity to play this move d6, d5, and grabbing more of the center as Black. And Fabi said, "Thank you. I'll take the opportunity to expand my central influence with d5." And bishop takes d5. For my taste, I already prefer Black's position, but Alireza, he knows what he's doing. He gets these imbalanced positions and he performs, Maurice.
And Wesley and Nepo are fast headed to a draw. More trades in that game. A capture on b7 occurred, and that's just all dead, boring. Yeah, this one here, there's more trades happening.
Cleaning the board right off. We said Bear Kings.
This position for sure. So we don't need to pay any more attention. We now know Wesley will be in clear first, as he was when he started the day. Nepo, a half a point behind, though. Bridge the gap just slightly after all those games. But it is Alireza Firouzja that has all of us entranced at the moment, although he's pretty much far behind the players because of his loss against So. But if he could win this game, he'll light the flame again to have a chance tomorrow.
Absolutely. But he just, when he played bishop c2, took on d5, he's been in this stall for quite some time. What, about 20, 30 seconds, Maurice?
He does get in time pressure a lot. I mean, he just gladly gets in time pressure and then outplays you.
There was an official or an unofficial bullet World Championship.
Yes.
He won it.
Yep. Yeah, okay. He's fast.
That
kid's fast. And by the way, the game is over. A draw between the top two, so now we know who's first and second going into tomorrow. But Jan did gain a half a point on the day, so that's important and not insignificant. But that loss, Jan is feeling it. Certainly bitter from his loss against Alireza because the young phenom stole that game, just stole it from him. He had such a winning position, and he sacrificed unnecessarily, and then had a chance yet again afterwards and still ended up losing. The kid's got a nimble mind, that's for sure.
Absolutely. We just saw Queen e7 by Fabi as he's connected his rooks. That, for me, is the signal sound that the opening phase is over. When one player connects their rooks, I say that we now transpose into a middle game position. Connecting his rooks is Fabi, Queen e7. He's preparing to play rook d8, again bringing his last unit into play. And we have this move, knight f3 to h2. You can almost give it a long explanation, but the problem is that once the rook shows up to d8, White's queen actually doesn't have a good square. The move knight h2 prepares the move queen f3.
And he's played it on the board.
After rook d8, queen f3 on the board.
Walking into a pin, many players will say, why would you pin your knight? No way to exploit this pin on this diagonal. And Fabi has traded off knight takes on e4 and pawn takes.
Yep.
And now the bishop dropping back, I believe. And a knight leaping out. Is that knight g4 I saw? Yes, knight g4 played in the game. Fabi ahead on the clock at the moment, 2:28, but not that much, 15 seconds.
By the way, this is an impressive play by Fabi. You know, you see him playing this, and he looks really good. I mean, he's doing everything he's supposed to and in a very nice way. And you say to yourself, well, why isn't this guy, you know, leading in the tournament or something? He's playing really fast, really good, and
not that
great
fast.
Position.
He's now down on the clock. He's slipping under 2 minutes as he tries to figure out what to do. And finally, he has moved his queen to h4.
This is an instant move for me. You just play queen h4. You stop any bishop h6 business. This bishop is doing great. This bishop is doing great. This knight is wanting to come to f4, but you don't want to fall for knight e5. And you're putting the taps, the brakes, I want to say, on the move knight e3. Well, queen h4, same move faster was better, Maurice.
Yes, well, Alireza now pausing after this move and trying to figure out what he should do as his clock is ticking down.
He needs to try to equalize this position.
In the position. Easier said than done as he's playing knight to e3.
Exactly.
And you saw Fabi jump to attention as the move got played. And I feel like this is where it's going to get critical. Are they going to play the next 3 or 4 moves quickly? You see how much time Alireza took? And now look how much time Fabi is taking. And they're both under 2 minutes. It's not very practical as a knight has now seemed to leap to f4 there, and now knight to f5 on the board.
Now knight f4, knight f5. All you need to do is trade off the queens.
Queen
that
h5.
ends the demonstrations that White has been done. Remember, White played knight h2, queen f3, knight g4, trying to intimate that he was going to launch an attack on the king side.
What is he thinking about? Queen trade looks forced, no?
Well,
where else could you put your queen?
That's the problem.
There's bishop d1 you could play.
If you're going to have a queen trade, you want to do it on your terms. I'm thinking he might be considering queen g4, Maurice. I don't know.
Possible, but spending a lot of time.
But spending a lot of time.
He's now at 103, Fabi at 133, and this is what I was talking about, slowing down, critical what the next 3 moves can bring. And we see Alireza slowing down dramatically, and now looking over at his clock, realizing he's under a minute and still deep in thought. I don't think that's what you should. Why do you need to be deep in thought here, Yaz? Can't you just trade queens, play bishop e3? I guess he's worried about the d2 square.
d2 might get tapped. Yeah.
Okay, so but you know, trade queens and play. Well, g6 is play g3. Oh no, you'd lose the g3 pawn, so it's not so easy to play the next move.
Right. So queen h5, knight h5, maybe something like a4.
But he's taking a long time to decide to trade
way too long.
And now he's down to 18 seconds.
Okay.
18 seconds after all that. This is just madness.
Yeah. I mean, I've played a lot of blitz, but that 18 seconds, that just feels like you're going to lose the game. You're just not.
No, but he's done it before.
Yeah,
he's doing it again. And he's a tremendous bullet player.
He's getting away with it.
All that time he spent, he's now down to 9 seconds.
No way.
Against 118.
I can't believe that.
9 seconds. That's
knight
insane.
f4. Let's repost that knight. And by the way, after knight f4, you're looking at the d3 square. Remember that bishop on f2.
Whoa, g3.
That bishop on b6 hits f2. I was going to say knight takes h3 check, knight takes f2.
What?
There might be even more of a killer.
No, he's laughing. He realizes he blundered.
Oh,
he's laughing about it right now. He realizes he blundered terribly, dropping 2 straight pawns. That was awful with 3 seconds left. He's going to lose to the player doing the worst in the competition, as now it looks like there's a knight e4 sighting.
Knight e4? No, knight e4, bishop e6, and knight h6. I wouldn't like that. But knight d3.
Knight g4 play.
Knight g4.
And he's going to have to bring on his best swindling technique to win this one. Fabi now 2 pawns up.
And
unbelievable mistake by the youngster. Bishop back to d2.
These are
4 seconds left.
pawns.
What a collapse.
Rook
g3 was the worst move he's played all day.
Rook d... couldn't have worse timing. There's never a good time to blunder, not when you're trying to make a comeback. But rook d3 check lands with brutal force. 2 extra pawns. It's game over. g6, king f7. Let's go.
And now king up. 5 seconds left. Rook
it's
h1.
all about the clock. You just don't want to blunder anything. Okay, rook d8. Remember, rooks belong on open files. Everybody.
Knight f2.
Knight
hitting
f2.
The piece, and now picking off another pawn. They're just dropping like flies now.
Nice technique.
Well, it's not too hard when you're 3 pawns ahead right now. Just fork a piece and take. Rook e3 offering a trade. Alireza just trying to play. But Fabi's playing very slowly, by the way. 16 seconds left on his clock. He's got to pay attention. This kid is known to come back. And now another pawn just dropped.
4.
Knight h4, 4 pawns down. And bishop to d4 is going to be pawn number 5 in a second. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. And down to again. And there goes another pawn. He can't keep playing.
Yeah, 5
What
pawns.
a collapse by the youngster. Fabi with a big win for the tournament, not for him necessarily. Right.